day has finally come. We're gonna install some GGB exhaust on here, take the old one off, and see how it goes. Should be pretty easy. I've watched a few videos online about how to do these. However, there isn't a whole lot of tutorial videos on the new Gen 5, so I figured I'd make this video trying to help somebody else out. But if I can do it, anyone can do it. So let's see what she sounds like before the GGB. This is stock. Two trips so far. Having a terrible winter, as you can see, but hopefully we can change things up here soon. Get some snow. Unbox it. There she is. There's the whole piece they ship you. Set this down. Come with some stickers, I guess. And here's their whole instruction sheet. Also, some pieces of tape, which we're gonna need. So I'll leave those in there. So I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but remove side panels come off, yada yada yada. Remove hood, find the next 4 pictures, and pull the hood forward. Pull the hood forward and up. However they show, looks like the mountain slugs there. Hopefully it's not too much difference. Page 2. Remove the heat shield. Temperature sensor. Have to put the old sensor on this new one. Put the springs back on. It's all pretty simple. The only thing I did notice is they're asking you, the GGB factory is asking you to use tin snips or sidecars to make a notch in the muffler inlet shield so it will fit around the temperature probe tube and then secure using the original clips. So we're gonna have to modify the heat shield that comes stock on the sled and install it back on here so it doesn't cause any fires. Alright, so one side panel's off. Let's take the other one off. So once you take that hood off, they no longer put the heat shield along the inside of the hood here. It looks like they just kind of piece it together and it just rests upon itself. Pretty flimsy here, as you can see, but that's how it comes stock, and I don't think we're going to be using these though after this, these pieces here. So, take these bitches out without ruining them. Alright, so in order to get the hood off, I believe it's pretty simple. It's a lot easier than the G-Force, but there's going to be a couple T25, so there's going to be one on each side. These right here, this one on the other side, and then just 2 on top. In order to get the ones on to the ones on top, you just slide this thing back. It's hard to do with one hand here. Set this down. So slide that back. This pops off. And then these two here, 1, 2. So let's go ahead and do that. right, so just like that, these are out. Now you have to make sure you undo these clips here. These are for the gauge. Okay, that should be it. One other thing I forgot to loosen up was the clamp to the air hose. So it's right here. Just loosen this up. That way, when you're pulling the hood off, it doesn't give you a hard time like it just did for me, because I forgot to do this. So oil that a little bit. That should be loose enough. All right, let's give this another shot. Yeah, this should be loose enough. There she goes. Okay, that's it. All right, so once you get the hood off, still fairly simple. We have to take these two clamps off, and I believe there's, it says a 10 millimeter, I think equivalent's 3/8 socket right there has to come off. This sensor is just plugged in right here. Very simple, you just pull this sucker off. So that's that. Take these two clips off here. These shields should just kind of come right off. Okay. That's unplugged. Take those springs off, and then should come right out. I picked up one of these tools. I think they sell them on Amazon for like $5 or $6 or your local hardware store. Take each of these off, and then whole exhaust should just pull right out. So. So once you get the springs off and you take that that socket out, it was a pain to get that thing out because I have somewhat bigger hands and not a whole lot of space to pull it out. So once that comes out though, this whole thing just kind of slides right out pretty easily if you have two hands. Very surprising how much this thing weighs. Yeah, a whole lot of space in there. So now is the fun part, installing. Here we go. So was right there. Pull this off, pull that off. This one's got the little metal tube, and then we gotta take this temperature sensor off. I believe it says 17 millimeter. So all right, what a bear that was to get that off. So this goes in the new one. I believe we're done with this now. All right, so once you're able to get that 17 millimeter off, which was pretty difficult, pretty surprising given that it just came from the factory, but anyways, it was a little more difficult than I thought. Get that off, pull this out. We had to put the 3 rubber grommets in here into each of the new spots here. The one with the metal tube goes up here on the very top. So, and we'll take the exhaust here, fit it down in. Obviously the port goes through that hole, and then you just fit them onto those pins. If you can see, there's a little pin right there that this is going to set on for each of these. Okay, so fairly simple. So that one's there. That one seems good. Yep, that lines up. So it all lines up. All right, so once you have that positioned down, you just want to put the bolt and the spring in there. You gotta tighten that down, and after that we'll install the temperature sensor back in. throw the springs on and all that stuff. Put the temperature sensor back in. It looks like it's only able to go one way, right? So I'm gonna put some anti-seize on that too. I just haven't done that yet. But so this clips in here, right? So it clips in like that. Using tin strips or side cutters, make a notch in the muffler inlet shield so it will fit around the temperature probe tube, and then secure the shielding with the OEM clips. Alright, so not the most professional looking job here, but actually seems to work decent. All you need is a notch, just enough so when this, if you can see that, when this sits around the new exhaust there with the springs, it'll just have enough room for that temperature sensor here since it's in a new spot. So let me throw the clamps on here with this new heat shield, and you can see kind of what I'm... Okay, that's with those two clips on here. So as you can see, it's a little bit not perfect, but I could probably shave this down just a little bit more on this side if I really want. I think it's pretty good though. So, all right, now we get to piece this heat shield that came stock back together with some of these pieces of tape. So I believe that the two pieces fit together like this. Okay, this is the top up here, obviously. Here's the bottom. All there is just this one notch kind of right there, if you can see it. That piece, this large piece right here, kind of fits over the outside, the bottom piece here. So flip it around. We're gonna have to tape right here, and then another piece of tape right here, and another piece of tape right there. All right, last piece is just to put this heat shield back in. Very simple, just slides down in. The only thing I think you really have to make sure about is that there's this one little piece of plastic. Let me get my finger out of the way. It sticks out from the sled right here, on the bottom of the body here. I just remember this heat shield being on that little piece there, so I just want to make sure that that's in place. Other than that, it's kind of looks good. A little weird that this temperature sensor, if you can see it, it kind of, it's almost in the way, not quite. This is just kind of rubbing on it a little bit. I don't think that'll be an issue, but something I'm going to keep an eye on for the next couple of rides when I'm out. So all right, now we'll just put the hood back on and the side panels and start her up for the test. Got those two T25 bolts back in, up here, one on each side down there, and the other one right there. So let's start her up, see if there's a difference. Side panels back on and call it a day. But that's a GGB exhaust. This is just the trail version of the Gen 5. Just got it, I'd say maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, something like that. Finally found time to throw it on here. Only took, not that long. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. Yeah, that's it. Can't wait to try it out in the trails and see what it sounds like. All right, catch you later.